They started sponsoring the channel, and I could not go without it. I'm always planning for my next trip, and Onyx is there to help me. The Discovery tab is great because if you're in a new place, like I am frequently, you can go on there, find new trails, and they're all rated on difficulty, which is great. And their new dispersed camping feature is great because when I'm traveling, I can go on there and find a really cool place to set up camp. Once this bike's finished, I will definitely be testing its capabilities off-road on some sort of trip. And more than likely, wherever I take this bike, it won't have cell service. And Onyx has a great feature called offline maps. So the area that you're in, you can download a map of that area. So when you don't have cell service, you can go on and you still have access to the map, which is so useful. And if you want more out of Onyx, you can sign up for their elite membership where you have access to private land information and satellite imagery that updates every 2 weeks in the United States. I could not recommend Onyx anymore. If you want to give it a try, be sure to use my code MATTSPEARS for 20% off and use the link in the description, or you can scan this QR code over here. Thank you so much to Onyx for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to the build. So all that I have left to do is cut up this gas tank and build a new one. First step is to get rid of the fuel pump. I do not want to accidentally damage this when I'm cutting the tank. I drained all the gas out of the tank. Hopefully this does not explode. Tank's all cut up, but I can't weld it back together because the inside is full of rust. So I'm gonna make a new gas tank totally from scratch. First step to the new tank is to draw a box on the sheet metal. Then I gotta cut it out. I'm starting at the bottom of the tank where the fuel pump mounts, and I'm working my way up. I've never done this before, so I'm just winging it, and I'm using the seat as a template to follow because I want this tank to be a similar size to the OEM one. That way when it's time to put the side plastics on, it still looks like a dirt bike. Now that I have the basic tank shape welded together, I just need to cut out the sides. There's a left and a right side, and they're slightly different because the box is not perfectly symmetrical. Welding the sides on is easy, and it leaves the tank with a nice color. And just like that, we've got a metal box that I'm calling a gas tank. Now we need a place to fill it up with gas and a place to mount the fuel pump. So I'm cutting out the old fill cap, and I'm just gonna drill a hole in the new tank and then weld the fill cap right where the hole is. But I just realized there's a major problem. The old gas tank vents into these tubes, but since I have a brand new gas tank, there's nowhere for those vent tubes to go. So I'm just gonna do it the old fashioned way and put a vent in the top of the gas tank cap. So I need to go make a fitting and then weld it on to our aluminum gas cap. Gas tank is almost done. The final step is to add a vent. The original Hayabusa tank vents into itself. It's a very cool design, but I had to cut that out. So I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way. First step is to make an aluminum fitting that I can weld to the aluminum gas cap. This is the same vent that dirt bikes use, just a hole in the gas cap with a breather line hooked up to it. Tank's done, it's in, it's gonna work great. Now we need to pick it off the table and put the dirt bike part on. So suspension, tires, wheels, all that good stuff. We gotta pick this behemoth up. This engine is ridiculous. It is so big. I just hope the front wheel has enough clearance. When you hit something, it doesn't just jam into the motor. Only one way to find out. I've been studying other leader bike dirt bikes, and I haven't found one yet where it utilizes the stock frame. So hopefully me wanting to keep the dirt bike feel actually works. I'm really excited to try out this bike, so my buddy Brady and I, we're just slapping it together. On goes the exhaust, on goes the dirt bike wheel, and we're just zip tying the plastics on. You know what that means. It's getting fuel. We're gonna go test this thing out. I think there's some major design flaws. We may find out. I don't know, we'll see. I'm very concerned about how close the front tire is to the exhaust. That's...
Give it a bounce.
Yeah, that might not. I don't know.
Looks jumpable.
Looks jumpable? Well, you know when you're a kid and you didn't have brakes on your BMX bike, so you jammed your shoe in the tire? I think that might happen to this bike. Just get ejected over the forks.
We're gonna see an incidental stoppie.
Do you think that'll happen, or will it just maybe bend the exhaust the way it should be?
Depends on what you hit.
Okay, the other problem, this rear foot peg. It's so close to the engine that there's no room for a rear brake or for your foot, really. So you don't really have much to stand on, and there's no rear brake. Is there other problems with the bike? Probably, but that's the only thing I see wrong.
Hang on.
See if she's gonna fire up. It'll start. We know everything's good.